Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I have been trying to get this video done and up forever. But anyway, I am so excited to come on and announce a new segment I am affectionately referring to as Freaky Friday Fiction. So the whole premise of this is that my dear sweet friend Rachel and I usually put together a bookish advent for each other, and we decided to do it again this year. And we kind of wanted to do something fun with the theme. And so we kind of took the idea of like a bookish box subscription and each came up with a theme and told that theme to each other. And then all of the books and the goodies inside that box will be after that theme. So I am putting together a magical realism fantasy type advent for her, and she is putting together a mystery and like true crime advent for me. We are doing 24 days. And so I know at this point, she has already told me that she has 19 books coming in my advent. Guys, I'm gonna have 19 new mystery and true crime type books coming. I am so excited. But I'm also going to be reading a lot of books that kind of fit that theme throughout the fall. And so I thought it would be fun to start having reading vlogs. And so, yeah. I'm probably not going to have these videos up every Friday, but any video that does go up on Friday will most likely be this reading vlog content, and I'm super excited about it. I have already started my first book. It was recommended to me by my sweet friend Amber of the Most Magical 5, and it is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. It's so good, y'all. So I'm just going to kind of be reading these books and bringing you along, giving you my thoughts. So I'm currently reading the first one, and then the next book on my list, I think, is The Hazelwood. So I'm super excited about that. Look, a riddle, time for fun. Should we use a rope or gun? Ellingham Academy is a famous private school in Vermont, founded by an early 12th century tycoon for the best and brightest students around. When Ellingham's wife and daughter were kidnapped, the only clue was a mocking riddle listing methods of murder, signed with the frightening pseudonym Truly Devious. Their disappearance became one of the great unsolved crimes in history. Many years later, true crime aficionado Stevie Bell is set to begin her first year at the academy, and she is determined to solve this cold case. That is, she will solve it when she gets a grip on her demanding new school life and her housemates, the inventor, the novelist, the actor, the artist, and the jokester. But Truly Devious makes a surprise return. The past has crawled out of its grave, and someone has gotten away with murder. So I'm about 250 pages in, and this is getting so good. So this kind of slightly sad moment just happened at the boarding school, and like it was a twist that I kind of expected, but at the same time I'm really kind of loving the way the story is unfolding. But so far 2 lines have completely stuck out to me. One says, "Games are never fun when you don't know they're being played." I actually had to text a picture to Amber. This part just totally made me laugh. She's like, so it says, "You really love this stuff, don't you?" he said, sitting down next to her on the damp grass. It's like you're at Murder Disney World. Murder Disney World would be amazing. That's true, he said. I'd go to that. It just totally cracked me up. I was laughing so hard. I was like, Murder Disney World. Because I love Disney World, but I am so very much like Stevie. I love all murder mysteries, and so a Murder Disney World would be right up my alley. Good morning, everyone. So I stayed up late reading last night, and I'm struggling. I really like my book, but do you ever feel like sometimes a book says it's going to be about one thing and then it's kind of about that, but not really? I kind of feel like that with this. Like, the premise of the book is that Stevie was going to go to this prestigious boarding school and she was going to solve this cold case of the Ellingham disappearance. So I kind of feel like we've gotten little snippets of that case, and there's been like interview pieces, and so Stevie's getting like information and you as the reader are getting information about the old case, but I feel like it's more just about like her insecurities and being at this school, and now this new event has happened, and so I feel like it's more about that, which isn't bad. I'm liking that, but I don't get the sense that I'm really getting a ton of clarity or information about the cold case. So I'm curious if that's coming. I'm currently on, what page am I on? I don't know. On page 329. So I don't have that much further to go. I think the book is only like 400 and some odd pages, so that's not a lot. Guess we'll have to find out. So today is the day I'm going to be finishing Truly Devious. I have a little bit over 70 pages left. So I just kind of wanted to give you my thoughts before I wrap it up. Last time we chatted, I had said that I felt like this book was a little bit more about kind of getting to know Stevie. I'm really liking getting to kind of meet her friends, like the cast of characters she's involved with, Janelle, who is the inventor, David, who is the jokester, Nate, the novelist. I'm really liking them. And then Hayes, the actor, like I'm liking kind of delving into their characters. So far, I think my two favorite characters, aside from Stevie, have been Nate, who is the novelist, and then her best friend, Janelle, who is the inventor. But there's kind of this fun little playful banter that happens between her and David. David is kind of the jokester, and his character has definitely kind of come out more in the last couple of chapters I've read, so I'm interested to see where that goes. We've also gotten to kind of get to know her counselor at school, and I don't know if it's just me, I just feel like there's something kind of off about him. So I'm interested to see if I'm right about that and where that goes. But right now, I'm really liking the story. And I've said this before, but I really kind of have this kind of like kindred spirit connection with Stevie and her fascination with true crime and solving mysteries and all of the TV detectives that she likes, Miss Marple and Poirot. There's actually a quote at the very beginning. The dedication says, "For anyone who has ever dreamed of finding a body in the library," which is a Miss Marple reference. I have always been fascinated in, and I've always just kind of loved like detective, like murder mysteries and true crime and all that stuff. And so I very much relate to Stevie's character, and I really like her. But I was saying that I was kind of disappointed because I felt like there wasn't really a lot of the backstory, the Ellingham kidnapping case and the murder of the former student daughter. So I was talking to my friend Amber, who is the one that recommended this to me, and she's like, just keep reading, I promise. When you get to the second and third books, you'll get more of that. And so I'm definitely invested, and I will be finishing this series. I will be putting it on hold for a little while because I do have a bunch of books that I already had planned on reading in September and October. But I do definitely want to find out what happens, because that, I think, is the story I'm most interested in kind of figuring out. But a lot of things have happened throughout the story that I kind of expected, but I like the way they're playing it. I like how the Truly Devious character is kind of reappearing, so I'm interested to see how that storyline hashes out. But yeah, so I'm going to finish the last pages and then I will let you know my thoughts. But here goes nothing. Okay, so speaking of that banter between Stevie and David, this is great. "They seem to like me," he said. "What the hell was that about?" Stevie said. "You're welcome," he said. Stevie got out her phone and stuck in her earbuds. David pulled one out. "What? You get to stay. Why are you so mad?" "Because," Stevie said, "I don't get to stay because of me. I get to stay because of you. Because they think we're dating," meaning her parents. "Because they probably think I've landed some rich, preppy boyfriend. I get to stay because there's a guy." "I know," he said, his brows angling in annoyance. "That's why I did this. You said they thought that stuff was important. That's why I came along. If you want me to learn my valuable lesson, you have to spell it out." I kind of feel bad for this David character because I think he's really just trying to get to know Stevie, and I think he kind of has a crush on her, and she just thinks everything he does is messing with her head. So I'm interested to see where this goes. Like I said, I only have about 70 pages left, so I don't think it's going to go that far in this book. But it still just kind of makes me chuckle. Okay, so some realizations have been made and some new character pieces have fallen into place, and a character that I had kind of liked, that I almost felt bad for, now I really don't like at all. And it's funny because Stevie kind of saw it coming to begin with. I think I kind of let their charm cloud my judgment a little. And now I really don't like them. And pieces of the puzzle are kind of coming together for me. Okay, so I've come outside to give you guys my final thoughts on the end of Truly Devious. There are definitely some pieces of the puzzle that have fallen into place, but I am left with so many questions. I definitely need to read the second and third book in the series because there has been a character from the very beginning that I couldn't kind of put my finger on. There was something a little off about their character, but I kind of just assumed that that was, you know, the way the author had decided to write that particular character's personality. But now I'm beginning to realize that it's, I think, very intentional. But there are all these questions now, and so you're definitely getting more of the backstory pieces. So you're finding out more about the kidnapping and the disappearance of Iris and Alice Ellingham from the 30s, and some pieces to their disappearance are kind of falling into place, I think, with what just happened at the boarding school now that Stevie's kind of involved in. But I don't know for sure. And there was like a total bomb dropped at the very end, and I am so excited to pick up the next book in the series and figure out how it ends. So if you have read Truly Devious, let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Did you feel the same way about it that I did? I have very mixed emotions because I felt myself not really fully invested until the very end. And now I'm like, oh, I need to know. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've read this, and let me know if you liked it, disliked it. Did you like the remaining books in the series? I'm very curious. The next book I will be doing a book vlog on is going to be The Hazelwood. It is the first book on my September TBR, and I am so excited to read it. Stay tuned for the next Freaky Friday fiction coming up soon. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly enjoyed reading Truly Devious and bringing you along for my thoughts. I will see you very soon.